Okay, a new day is dawning and it's time for me to revisit a couple of old friends. It's been a while since I've seen them and I think it's about time we got reacquainted before Christmas comes along. The Model 1887 Akimbo, the twins. Oh shit. Oh well, straight back into the action. Because this time round, as what I always do, is substitute stopping power for a little bit of lightweight. Because unfortunately what these things lack in range, they make up for in punch. And also a bit of elbow. A knee. And every now and then they surprise you and they pull something strange out the bag, like a cheeky little double kill. Okay, 2 for the price of 1, we'll take some of that. You see, the key when you're not running into the action is to kind of run out of the action as well. You need to use that manoeuvrability to the best of your ability. Otherwise people are just going to pick you off like a sitting duck. So you just keep working the rooms, in and out, and waiting for foe to walk straight into your line of fire. Let's take a cheeky little... oh shit. Come on, throw knife, don't let me down. Nah, you let me down. Almost so my aim. Can't be helped. But we'll get right... oh shit again. Okay, think. And a cheeky little jump shot. Hey! Are you kidding me? So hang on one moment, let me get this straight. You can offer me a random double kill with 2 rifles, let's be realistic. These aren't shotguns, they're rifles. And yet you can't even take out one man when I'm flying through the air and I get both barrels on him? That kind of brings me on to subject. Because when I'm faced with a complete lack of consistency, or what's better known as an inconsistency, it makes me slightly worried when I think that Call of Duty Ghosts is about 4 months away, I believe. This is going to be the game to groundbreak all games, or so they say. And that's fine. I'm looking forward to it, I've got to be honest. I've said before, I think anybody who says that they're not going to buy it when they're a Call of Duty fanatic is probably lying to themselves. I don't know. We'll see. I understand everybody gets angry with the game, but how can you not be excited? Surely we're all waited with bated breath for that anticipation of disappointment that we know we're all going to get, but come on, let's be excited in the meantime. But one of the things I wanted to do, joking aside, was talk about the, I guess a kind of wish list that I've got for Call of Duty Ghost. I'm going to try and base it on things that I know, and tell you exactly what I want to come from that. But as we go into this gameplay, you'll probably notice a little change of pace. I'm not running into everything like a madman. This was the following game to that one, and I decided I wanted to hold it back and get some payback. Even though these guys didn't particularly do anything wrong, I essentially missed with my guns or misaimed or whatever. It wasn't down to me, it wasn't down to them. But I still wanted to nuke them. That's a given. Now what I normally do on Wasteland is, like a fool, I rush in. I go into the tunnel sometimes when I probably shouldn't do. That normally results in a noob tube flying straight through the full length of the tunnel and blowing me 6 foot through the air. So this game I held it back. I used all the cover, I used the FAMAS, and I switched something very vital up, which I never normally do. I exchanged the AC-130 for a chopper gunner. Apocalypse, you didn't. The chopper gunner? That's cheap, surely. Well, maybe it is. But one thing the chopper gunner is it's goddamn reliable. One of the many aspects and creations in the Call of Duty genre that actually does what it's bloody supposed to do. You see, I've always been an AC-130 user, and the reason for that is, I just find it more fun. I find it a little bit more interactive, and it takes that thought process to understand when to use your main cannon, your secondary cannon, and your gun. The only problem is, on about 50% of the maps, it's useless. High-rise? Forget about it. Unless you've got an enemy team of people who don't use their brains and tend to keep running out the building directly underneath your cannon fire, then you're going to be stuck, because these people will just hide indoors. And unfortunately the route that the AC-130 takes 9 times out of 10 means you're behind the building that they're actually camping in. The chopper gunner, on the other hand, understands and negotiates if people are hiding in buildings. So what it will do is, if it hasn't had a kill for a certain amount of time, it'll reposition itself and lower the actual gunship. And then all those little white boxes will appear plain and obvious to you, like a cat who's been caught in the headlights. It's easy to use. This is why so many people use it to get the nuke. I've had quite a few AC-130 nukes, I've got to be honest. Let's put it like this. If I'm playing on Wasteland and I hear the words, enemy AC-130 in the air, I kind of get a bit worried and I take some cover in a building. Nice and safe out the way. If I hear the words, enemy gunship incoming, I shit my pants. And I hide in a building surrounded by 10 walls, knowing full well that that thing's going to penetrate and eventually find its way to take me out. Even the problem with the AC-130, again, as much as I love it, I've found that I can see a cluster of thermals running about in one place. I've fired the main cannon and all the secondary cannons and even fired the gun in the middle of it. And you get one kill. And you think, how is that physically possible? It's just too unreliable. Like a lot of the guns, the UMP45, the best gun in any Call of Duty ever, period. I don't care what anybody says. If you're having a bad day with the quickscopers, just put one of them on. It'll soon batten back into place. Overpowered, easy to use, everybody uses it. So when you match it up against something like the Vector submachine gun, the Vector's unlocked a little bit later. The UMP45 you start out with, higher rate of fire for the Vector, less recoil, more unreliability, doesn't kill as quickly. But for some strange reason, for me the Vector's more fun to use. I don't know, maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, I don't get it. There's just too much inconsistency, and I've got to be honest, when I sit and listen to these commentators, let's use Xbox Ahoy for an example. Now, full respect to him, you know, I don't watch many of his videos, but the ones I have watched, I'll tip my hat to him because he does his homework. He finds out the facts, the details, and all of the knowledge that comes with it. Now, the Model 1887 is a rifle still popular with the Brazilian militia. Used akimbo, it has a flip chamber reload system, and fires a maximum of 6 pellets each for a 2x multiplier headshot. But I've got a bit of an issue. To me, that means nothing. I'd rather somebody say, do you know what, this gun is absolutely fantastic, it's a barrel of monkeys, but guess what, it's going to fuck you over sometimes. That's just the nature of the game. You can talk to me about multiplying headshots, you can talk to me about pellets, you can talk to me about hits per second. Nothing makes any sense to me. If I shoot somebody with a FAMAS in the chest and kill him with one hit, and then I shoot the next guy in the chest with a FAMAS and it takes me 3 shots to kill him, that doesn't add up to the statistics. So a lot of these statistics, it's just hot air at the end of the day. Like I say, I think I might do a little series about this. I'll see. Apocalypse done.